Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to Best Psychic Source, our special New Year's edition. And what makes this episode so special is that we have a panel of super fun guests from Best Psychic Source.
And it's New Year's. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year's.
I have them all muted.
Happy New Year.
Okay.
So let me go over here. So if everybody can please share on Best Psychic Source. Share on your personal pages. We are going to be doing live readings tonight with everybody.
And BestPsychicSource.com. So go to BestPsychicSource.com and here to preview our readers. And we're going to go deep. We're not going to give you like a one and done. We're going to go deep and really peel things apart and look at things. So we're going to go deep.
So, Maxx, how was your New Year's Eve?
My New Year's Eve was quiet and comfortable. I went to the movies. I saw 2 movies, and then I came home and I went to sleep. And then I woke up this morning and went to the gym, and my trainer killed me. So I slept. I slept for hours and hours and hours trying to recover. Oh my God, is that Barry Bing with a hood on?
Okay, so we are going to go through one by one and introduce everybody. First, we're going to start with Marjorie. Hi, Marjorie. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year. Hi, guys.
Hey, hey.
So, Marjorie, tell us, I mean, you have been here live on the show with us, but tell us a little bit more about you for the first-time viewers today.
Well, my name is Marjorie. I've been in the holistic spiritual business probably about 20 years now. Still learning, still reading, still always taking classes to make my gifts even stronger or better. I do tarot readings, medium, intuitive healing, just a variety of work, and I'm always growing and changing daily.
Ooh, nice, 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 nice.
So people can see you on BestPsychicSource.com. When
Right.
are you available? Do you have like a schedule, or it's always best if somebody wants a reading from you to message you if you're not available? But when are
Private message me, but from here on out, I will be on during the day from about 10 to 3.
Fabulous.
That's very good. Now, have you guys checked your boxes? Because I have people registering to get a hold of you guys. So make sure you check your boxes and see if you have any mail or messages for people waiting to schedule.
Okay, will do.
All right. Next up is we are bringing on John Eagle. Where'd you go, John?
Hi, everybody.
Hi, John.
What do you want to know?
John, tell us about yourself.
Yes.
If I needed to get a reading, why would I come see you? Are you going to say to me?
Well, the thing about John Redigo is that he's a Native American shaman, but he's also a seer.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm able to give you a reading, it comes from spirit directly in whatever needs to come to you in that message, which means that we are here to tackle any blockages or anything that you might have that is either emotional, mental, physical, or spiritual, or a little bit of all 4, because without balance, you can't move forward. And that covers quite a bit. I mean, that's like in family relationships and personal relationships, and of course, money and jobs and every area of your life and what you can do to grow.
John, when are you available on BestPsychicSource.com?
Anybody can message me anytime that they like, because I check normally 2 or 3 times a day, usually first thing in the morning and in the evening, because I know that we are blessed with having so many people literally from around the world. We are in the East Coast Standard Time, so I'm available whenever you need me to be available. So just leave a message and we'll work something out.
And John, you finally get to be on the show. Whoop whoop! You're bombing our show.
I'm gonna be polite because we have other guests, so I have to act good right now. But if it was just like, yeah, right. I'm being nice.
Other people, stop hogging the time. We gotta talk to other people, and we're gonna get to questions. Okay, moving on.
Right.
Next up, we have Debbie Zambino.
Hey,
Hey, Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
Okay, so you know the drill. Tell us about ya.
Okay, well, I came into my gifts very recently, a couple years ago. I received a calling, and ever since that, I've been working through all of my blockages, and my gifts have just come out more and more as I've been working on myself. So basically, my strongest gift is claircognizance, is the knowing, and I do specialize in rune and angel card readings.
Fabulous. And when are you available on Best Psychic Source?
I am available most nights between 5 and 7 or 8. And then the weekends, it varies. Just check my schedule on Best Psychic Source.
Debbie, can I just tell you one thing really quick?
What?
I miss your face.
Aww, I missed your angelic face as well.
I haven't seen you guys
Get
in so
together. You're still going to be my flower girl, right?
Yes. When did we pick a date?
You better get your bathing suit ready, honey. It's coming.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm so ready.
Okay. All right.
Moving on. Right, next up is Barry Bing. Hey, Mr. Bing.
Hi, I'm freezing today, guys. I am freezing. I'm frozen. I don't have a heater back here, so I'm like.
Barry, this would be more fun if you had a cat, like.
Walk across the screen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I kicked them all out.
and make your thing go to mute, so I can't figure it out.
Yeah, that was the issue last
My
night.
candy.
Right?
All right, Barry.
Oh gosh.
Go.
Alright, so I've been doing readings since I was 16. That means I've been doing this for 15 years. I only recently started doing this as a business. As of, I want to say 2 years ago now. I actually started doing this as a business. So I recently started selling stones and crystals on top of my readings. As far as readings go, though, I like to use unique tools. So I use dice and runes and shells and dominoes and on top of the tarot and oracle cards that I also use. So when you get a reading with me, you usually get numerology, playing cards, and dice all in one reading.
And when are you available on BestPsychicSource.com?
Because we have so much going on around here, it's best to just message me directly and say, hey, I would like to set up an appointment. So when you go onto the website, you would go into my room. You'll see Lucid Vision on there. Just click on that, go into the room, and then send me a private message, and then ask to set up an appointment.
Fabulous. Thank you, Barry, for popping on tonight. And next up, we have Serafice.
Oh, that's me. John, don't you interrupt. This is my time.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Serafice. Don't let them steal your thunder.
I would not. I will not.
So tell us about yourself.
Well, I am a psychic. I have a lot of different clairs. I feel a lot of stuff. I hear a lot of stuff. I know a lot of stuff. I've been working professionally coming on 10 years, and I'm really excited about working with Best Psychic Source this year.
Oh, we are so happy to have you as well. And when are you available on BestPsychicSource.com?
Well, right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to make myself available during the times when you have your broadcasts, and then the about hour or so afterwards, so that I can generate those people that are interested from interacting on the Facebook Live posts. But other than that, you'll just want to go and, like everybody else, check my messages. So give me a little note, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I do check on there at least twice a day.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And don't you guys go, too dormant yet. We're going to finish off the interviews with Evie and some drumming, and then we're going to start some readings. Yay, readings! So let's move on to Miss Evie. Hello.
Hi, guys.
How are you? Thank you.
I'm good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hello.
Hi, boys.
Hello, big hair sister.
So tell us a little about yourself.
So I am Evie Clemens. I am a Reiki Master and practitioner and teacher. I also, with my healing, one of the beautiful things that I've been blessed with is being able to feel what people feel as I'm giving them their healing. So I know exactly where they need it, which is pretty cool. And I'm better, to serve them. I always say that I'm the channeler, and I've been gifted with the divine posse upstairs to tell me how I need to help people, to help them with their mind, bodies, soul, and spirit. I myself am a huge advocate of getting any type of energy healing because I've dealt with a lot of personal illnesses in the past. So I know firsthand it works. So I feel like it's definitely a calling. I've always been a psychic medium. It's just, the past couple of years I've come out of my shell, and now, if you were asking me 3 years ago, it would have been like, you're crazy, me sharing this openly. So I'm very proud of it, and I totally give them props upstairs.
That sounds good. Sounds very good.
Okay, so I have everybody here. We've got questions rolling in, but in true fairy fashion, I am going to be selfish. And I'm going to ask you guys to give me a prediction for 2018.
You're going to make those windows great.
Well, yes. So, does anybody want to take a stab at it? Give it a roll. Who's ready to go?
Okay, I'm going.
Okay.
All right, jump in.
Okay, for you, Michelle, my dear, I have 2 cards for you. I have a focus card and a surrender and release card for you. And I also drew a rune as well, which is harvest. And what it all means for you is to focus on what you really do want this year, whatever it is. If you continue to focus on what you really do want this year, it will manifest within a year's time. Also, in that year of this harvest, you need to release anything that no longer serves you, and just put your focus on what you do want, and the things that you don't want, do not focus on that. Try and not to be in that mindset. And everything should come to you within that year's time. It will manifest in a year.
Thanks. Fabulous. I do have a vision board. When did I make it? I made it, I don't know, a month or 2 ago. So, I like
Awesome.
I like it. How about you, Max? Do you want to be selfish, or you want to just
I'm
let
not
them
going to be
loose
selfish. I'm going to write one in because.
questions? Okay. Are you guys ready to answer some questions?
Well, we need a little drumming for Evie. We're going to let Evie drum and then John drum just to clear the air and get everybody their spirit up.
You got it.
So you guys can grab your pots and pans and drum with me.
You guys ready?
Oh, we're always ready, Evie. We were born ready.
Awesome.
I was doing good. She changed the
Thank you,
beat up
Evie.
on me.
Well, I have to say, as I was drumming, there were like hands on my head, and they were distracting me as I was drumming. So sorry, they were distracting my beat. They wanted me to beat a certain way.
That was fun. And people, that was unrehearsed, by the way.
Yes, spirit led.
Okie dokie. So we're going to jump in here, and so what I'm just going to do is ask a question that's in the feed, and it's going to be whoever grabs it first gets it, and you guys can, pop in as needed. So I have Christina Venezuela Acevedo.
Acevedo.
She says, any messages for me?
And what do you guys, I have to ask a question. When people say any messages for me, where does that put you? Does that put you to it's general reading, no specific direction? What does that mean?
Oh, yeah.
That, to me, that means anything goes. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you put it out there.
That means like whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever comes, getting.
Okay, so what was the name again?
Christina
15.
Venezuela.
I get a lot of anxiousness coming from that name. So it may be nerves, it may be just something that she has to overcome coming into the new year. So Christina, just let us know if that's something that is going on.
She did post a little earlier about something about wanting an ex-boyfriend back.
Don't ever go back.
No.
Nope, never go back.
Go forward.
We're all unanimous.
Yeah, go forward. Go forward.
No.
So, okay, you guys are telling her to go forward, but let's go a little bit deeper. Is her ex-boyfriend going to come back into her energy? Because she's going to believe, she hears you guys saying to go forward, but is he coming back like a boomerang? Boom.
He's going to sniff around. He's coming to sniff around, but not for good reasons.
So that means he's coming back for something other than a relationship.
Correct.
Absolutely, yep.
And this is the biggest change that we all need to look forward to in 2018 is I posted this morning real quick about how insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Set yourself up, value yourself, okay, nurture yourself in knowing that 2018, think outside the box and completely erase everything from your past as far as your thinking and everything that you've ever learned and been taught. It's all about new knowledge, new wisdom, new understanding, and moving forward in the light.
Well, a lot of it with her is that she has the right idea. She knows what she wants and where she wants to go. It's just she's not getting there. She doesn't want to take that step, or she's having an issue taking that step.
But that's the cool thing, Barry, is that's why she's here, so that we can help guide her, because she does need to know that she has this personal power to do this.
Yeah, and this is that time for her. She has that transformational time. But it's showing her energy is disconnected when it comes to her home life and her career. So she has a lot of disconnected negative energy that surrounds her overall in her life. So she's trying to make that transformation. She's trying to make that change.
So how does she get rid of that energy?
Right. She needs to have a clearing done. Definitely needs to start fresh and clear her energy.
Her throat chakra is like really blocked. And I kept seeing a key. I don't know what that has to do with, if she's asking for keys back from him, but I keep seeing keys, and definitely getting some healing done she needs. I'm feeling like there's something up with her health.
Yes, and a lot of that is because stress of the relationship, her whole being right now. When this man, and sometimes a lot of times it happens
In
So
here.
we focus our whole being on person or something. So get back to us, young lady.
Barry, you are typing too loud.
No, I was like, I can hear Barry typing
Jump
over.
on him. Tell him, Serafice. Be quiet. We'll make this.
So John Red Eagle, we're going to throw you into the bus. Michelle, give him a question to answer.
Okay,
Yes,
we
sister.
have Tina Loopy, who would like just general reading, please.
Oh, man. You know, general readings. Come on, you guys. Be a little bit more specific.
John doesn't like the general readings, guys.
No, I don't like general because, in all honesty, that takes me away from where I need to focus on, and it takes a while for me.
She doesn't want to ask about love. Just give her the love.
I will find you a specific question, but who does mediumship?
These two.
Okay, so I
Well, these
have.
three, Evie Reiki, and my
Yeah.
beautiful Marjorie and Serafice.
Okay, so I have
Because
a.
these two down here, they don't mess around with that. They're Barry.
Melanie Ecker Whitesell says, "My children passed away. I need.
And I'm very sorry.
I miss them terribly." Melanie Eckert Whitesell. So
I mean,
while
what can you even say to that? There's nothing to say to make it better or gentle those feelings. That's unfortunately something that she needs to take her time with. You know, I can't even imagine losing your children and how much that hurt. And I'm tapping in now and I'm feeling that pain, and it's overwhelming. I think definitely in that situation, finding someone who can help you. It's not about making the connection to them. It's about making the connection to you, to your inner voice, to your inner spirit. And so finding someone that can help guide you through the process of releasing and blooming into a new version of who you are. Because that's what you need,
And
is
that
to embrace the new you.
I'm going to jump to Marjorie. But before before I get there, I'm going to say, I would like for her to go to BPS and sit with one of you, but I would definitely like for her to sit and make an appointment with Debbie. Debbie, raise your hand.
Hey, hi.
Our grievance counselor online. So after you speak to these three ladies and get their vision, because Serafice, you are right on point. The connection needs not from the children, but from themselves to this world. So after you listen to Serafice, Marjorie, and Evie, I'd like for you to jump in and use your free $20 or to get some counseling with Debbie because she is a grievance counselor. That's what you need, like Serafice said. Marjorie, Evie?
Yes, I actually saw lots of flowers, and almost like I could hear laughter and happiness, like in the wind. When the wind blows, they're speaking to you because they're around you and they feel your sadness, and they're trying to bring happiness to you through the wind and the things that are blowing in the wind. When you see, like, if you have, like, I call them the wishes, a dandelion flower, and you're blowing, when you would take that and blow and you could speak to them and they are hearing you through that, and that you can communicate back and forth through the wind, and to be in a garden, that's what I see, is that it's a place of happiness. It's a place where you and them can speak freely back and forth to each other.
Okay, so before
Or maybe you could meditate. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, before Evie comes on, John, I have a question for you to think about, and then we'll let Evie finish.
Okay.
John, so I have Mike Paul Matter, who says, "My family, my life is a mess. So confused about what to do this year." So he's asking a question about family life. So I'll let you mull that over, and then we'll let Evie get in there and say her.
I'm getting that she needs to do some writing and write to them. It will, number one, get out what she's feeling out of her system. I think I'm getting her holding stuff in is really going to make her, it's going to make her sick. and she needs that time to heal. And the best way to do that is to get it out. And I know she's crying and in pain. I really am getting that writing to them individually, like as if she's giving them a letter. But it's for herself. And they don't know what she's saying.
It is extremely, I agree with you, Evie. It's extremely therapeutic to be able to just write that down. Even if you don't share it out loud with anyone, to write it out and to read it to yourself even,
Right.
just to get it out of your system, is very therapeutic in itself.
And that makes it for a great release for tomorrow night with the full moon as well.
Yes.
So I'm going to add my 2 cents in on this as well. Yes, I agree with you ladies, but I also very much agree with Marjorie. One of the things that I was just most definitely getting is that she is very much missing the messages that her children are trying to give her. She is so caught up, I guess, in her own grief. That she is most definitely missing the messages. So it is very good for you to sit down with one of these ladies so you can learn a little bit more about what messages are trying to, they're just trying to say hi or just trying to give kisses, and you are so caught up in yourself that you're missing it. And then, John, I'm going to let you go, but before I let you go, Tina, can I have
Was it Loopy?
Loopy,
Okay.
i.e. Barry and Deb, can you guys give her just a general 2018? So, John, go.
For who?
Okay, so it was Mike Palmer, right, Michelle?
Paul Matter, yes.
Palmer, yeah, excuse me. Okay, so Mike, what immediately came to me is that you have to take responsibility for your role in the family. And you can take that pretty much any way you want to. And understand that what other people say about you is none of your damn business. You need to go ahead and be the strength within the family. The card that I pulled for you from my spirit world deck was the clarity card. It's the spirit path of the East. And what that means is, for clarity, that you need to make the breakthrough for yourself and stand in your own strength and see things from a completely different perspective and not be conditioned or averted by everybody else's drama bullshit talk. And that's why your family life is such a mess, is because nobody knows who they want to grab a hold of for guidance and strength. And you need to live up to that, brother. You really do. So you need to look inside of yourself to have that breakthrough, to gain that inner vision. And once you establish that truth in your life, you're going to see things begin to work out, because instead of attaching emotion to everything that's going on, you will be standing in your truth and have the understanding of unconditional love towards everybody else in the family. I hope that makes sense for you.
It does. You were very straight to the point. Here.
You know me. I'm not Willy Wonka. I don't chocolate cover stuff.
You stole his butt.
Oh, God.
Linda, I know you're watching the show. I don't know why you're buzzing me.
Okay, so
That's all right. I got John Short bugging me.
Debbie, Barry, and
Yes.
Debbie with Tina Lupe's question.
It was just a general reading for 2018, right?
That's what I pulled.
Okay, go ahead, Bear.
I was gonna let you go first.
Okay,
No, okay.
guys,
Okay.
while you guys are deciding who's going first, the rest of you, this is going to be an open for everybody. I have a Duke who she says she needs healing for her body and soul.
And it's very deep. So especially the shamanic one back there.
So yes, while
Ah.
answering, everybody can prep for the next question. Go on ahead, guys. Take it away.
All right. So for Tina, I'm just gonna jump in. I pulled some cards for you, Tina, and what it's saying is you've got divine timing and also some forgiveness to be done this year. But everything is to come in its right time for you, but you should trust in your intuition and in your gut feelings this year. This is what I'm getting for you. Definitely need to forgive some things this year as well. Those are the two cards I pulled for you, and I hope that helps you in some way.
Debbie, I wholeheartedly agree with you about that, because one of the things that I definitely got for Tina was something that was just feeling very scattered all over the place, nervous,
And grounded.
Yeah.
Yes. Barry, what do you say?
So her central card talks about finding balance and finding peace in her life. So that was the feeling that you were getting there, Michelle. That was the central card. But also, the other card that came up that actually popped out, it jumped out of the deck, was the card that represents risk. It's actually in reverse. When it's coming up here on the screen, it looks like it's the other way. I don't know. Well, it might show up on Facebook the right way. But it's in reverse, and it's saying that she's not taking the risks, or she's not taking the leaps that she needs to actually achieve the balance that she wants in her life. So for her new year, I would say to face all of these negative struggles that especially are going on around the home, and to actually take those risks to achieve peace in her life.
So what is the risk that she needs to take?
The risk is her not wanting to step forward and facing the negatives that are going on in her life right now. So to her, it's a risky situation.
So
she's putting her emotional energies at risk, basically.
Feeling dependent on someone or something. So I'm going to ask you all, is it someone or something that she is feeling dependent on and not willing to take a risk?
Someone.
It's someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is someone. Based on the cards that I have here, I have two different personalities that show up. One is a Scorpio personality and the other one's a Libra personality. So the Libra personality is more of the relationship type, and the Scorpio personality is someone who's stubborn and kind of forcing their way, is what I get.
Yeah, I saw that face, Marjorie.
Sorry.
I saw it too at the corner of my eye when I was looking down. So.
If she needs her heart chakra cleared. I know what you guys are thinking, okay?
Clean a little house first before you find a relationship.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on to Carrie J. Bennett Duke, who is needing healing for her body and soul. What do you guys say about this?
And we're going to go deep. We're going to spend a little time on this because Michelle and I talked about this, and it's something that needs to be addressed. So
My lung, it hurt. My chest hurts when I try to draw her energy in. I totally feel like crushed and like pain in my chest. Very deep rooted, very further in deep past and further back in life. So it's being brought over from one to this one this time as well.
I'm actually not sure if it's necessarily her past life. I'm feeling like there's a real ancestral thing that is coming forward, something in the history of her blood way back that's coming forward.
That makes sense.
DNA. It feels like it's attached to her physicality, but it's an expression of something ancient.
Very good. Very good.
Bloodline.
Barry, Mr. Hood.
What's that? I'm being distracted by messages.
It's a lot of messages.
Okay.
Right now we're focusing on a very serious issue. Okay. So I'm going to jump to John Red Eagle and then Debbie, and then I'm going to jump to Evie, and by that time, Mr. Hood, you should be back on point. Okay.
You are on notice, sir.
real quick, you guys, if you don't mind, Mike had just said here, about my reading for him, that he wants to know that whether he should continue to try and win his ex-wife back. So let me say this in clarity so that he and everyone else understands that if you don't truly work on yourself first, you have nothing to give another.
Amen.
And whether you get her back or not really doesn't matter, because it's not going to help you to grow. You're not going to be happy and content, and you're going to be stuck in the same family issues that you've always been. So why the hell do you want to go back to the same old bullshit? Seriously.
People don't understand that they need to make a change.
Yes.
They understand they need to work.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just had to. I had to let everybody know
who we were
that's
talking
the way relationships work.
Hello.
Someone
Who loves you here?
The hounds from hell. What the heck?
So, Mr. Shaman, back to, is it Carrie? Is that how we say her name, Carrie?
We're excited.
How can we help her?
Evie has a bird.
I got a bird too. He's actually being quiet. Pico's not saying anything today.
Well, let's not get him started, okay?
Exactly.
So where were we? What were we talking about?
We were talking about past, her lineage, her bloodline.
Who's though? Who are we talking about?
Barry.
Barry.
Barry, you're way off.
I know I'm way off. I told you I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so we're just gonna pass you then. Debbie, do you have anything?
I agree with what everyone said, but as far as the present moment, what she can do now is to just take care of herself. As the cards that I'm getting is just body care, eating right, exercising to help get through some of these feelings, and that's what's coming for me as right now.
Very good. Okay, so I'm going to ask her while we're going on to the next question to share her story in the feed. So please pay attention to her story. And we're going to go to another question. And we're going to send this one out to Evie.
Oh, and she needs to release her fears. That just got added in. I just heard that.
Okay.
Sorry,
Cool.
had to add.
Okay, so Evie, I'm so happy that we're sending this one to you because I've been holding this question for a while because it touches me so much. So Natalie, she says she just buried her sister last week. She says her heart is hurting. She wants to know, is her sister at peace?
If it's what?
If her sister is at peace.
There was something that happened that she was very upset and sad about towards the end. It almost it feels like unresolved issues. I'm getting photos. She needs to look at photos. Someone like really hurt her sister. I mean, I'm getting very emotional. I feel like she needs to, I'm getting the person who's asking a question about her sister, she needs to somehow get in contact with her sister and just talk to her as if she was here. She can also look for signs. I feel like her sister is really trying to contact her, and she's missing the boat.
What was that, Marjorie?
Her sister's still with her in the house. she's not leaving. She won't until the situation is resolved. The sister will stay. She's going to start seeing things with the plumbing. Things are going to go wrong with water in the house. There's a connection with water. And there's going to be some problems energetically because she needs to talk. So when they have too much to focus on and that person isn't hearing them, they start bouncing through and doing lovely things to your home.
I'm getting like a lot of like chest pressure, so I don't know how she passed towards the end, but there is a lot of pressure on my chest right now, and it's very, very hard to breathe.
So,
Evie, do you see anything with her health, the living sister?
No, this is the one who passed.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
Well, I think what you guys are feeling for the living sister is stress. So I hear all of you. So I'm going to put this together. Basically, there are unresolved issues between the two sisters, and the unresolved issue is heavy, and both sisters are sort of reacting to it. Even the one that has passed. The one that has passed won't leave because she's in connection with forward, and the sister has so much regret and loss that she can't move forward.
Right.
To help this go forward, again, the sister that is alive needs to speak to a medium one-on-one, but you do need grievance counseling, and you can find that with us. But there's an issue that hasn't been resolved. Evie is correct when she says that you need to sit down and talk or write a letter to the sister as though she was here, because her spirit is physically with you for the next 30 days. And then after this 30-day period, for the next 18 months, she's going to be walking the bow and arrow with her guardians and guides. So you definitely need to follow the advice that's being given. Sit down and write a letter and talk to her as the young ladies are saying. The water issues that Marjorie is bringing up is correct also, because this is a fairly heavy emotional thing, because when Michelle read the message, it was this big pressing thing on her heart or her chest. So you guys are right. They have issues and things that have not been said, and they still have traumatic stuff from their childhood. So all of you are right. I am going to say you need grief counseling. Debbie, raise your hand. So we do provide you with cash to help you move forward, but that's where you need to be. So.
Yeah. Hey, Max.
Yes.
This is the perfect opportunity for the viewers to understand that whenever they watch these shows and they want to understand more about different entities and things that are in their homes or around them, or like paranormal activity and things like that, don't be scared. These entities, these souls are not negative. They're not always bad. There's situations like this that arise in so many different families and so many different instances that it's just a blockage that they have, and they need that understanding in order to release, to move more towards the light. And that is one of the things that I'm able to do as a shaman as well. And to please understand that don't be afraid. Don't, try to have a little bit of understanding. If you need some guidance, reach out to one of us that has this experience on how to clear energies and help to clear those blockages, not just from yourself, but also from those souls, so that they can transition and go back where they need to go. They just want to go home.
Absolutely.
okay. Well, thank you guys. I am going to move on. I have an Amy Lynn. Okay. So Amy Lynn says, I'm lost and in need of direction. Physically not well, emotionally pulled and strapped. Not sure where to start.
We're all like dead silent on it.
Oh, here. I pulled an angel card for her. and it's the 9 of fire, and it says, don't give up, protect all that you create, have courage, and you need to believe in yourself. So you definitely have to build yourself up. What, Barry?
The words that were coming in to me were, the only way is forward. So,
Absolutely.
Yes, I would agree that the only way is forward, but she most definitely has situations in her life that she needs to get cleared up. She allowed people to walk over her, and because of her silence, it is causing her this physical pain and emotional as well, because she's not saying what needs to be said. She's not doing what needs to be done. She's relying on other people to do what needs to be done because she doesn't know how to do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
So
Is to speak her truth.
yes.
Right.
I
I
the
agree.
problem is that she's overwhelmed and she feels like a doormat. That's the problem.
it's
And she
communication.
needs cord cutting. She needs a nice cleaning. She needs to see Marcy.
Yeah, she needs a healing for sure, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
One of the things I got is that there's been opportunities that have been given to her, and she doesn't feel that she's worthy of it.
Right.
Because she's really blocked. She's down on herself. So I mean, one of the things that she needs to do is, this is a really great time with the full moon to ask what she wants. When it is a new moon, I would definitely do a release. Honestly, I would do it now. I would write it on pieces of paper what she doesn't want in her life anymore, whether it's her health, whether it's the relationships that she has in her life, and burn it. And take it outside, burn it, and ask for what she wants. She definitely needs a clearing. She definitely needs like a cleanse.
I was also hearing that she needs to keep it simple and not overcomplicate things. That she's like getting all jumbled up thinking about, what about this and this and that, and just keep it simple and basic.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Yeah. In order to break it down, because like I said, I feel like she's really overwhelmed with it.
Right.
So before we move on, we're gonna keep with Amy. Serafice, I'm gonna start you with the next person because I just feel like this is a really good question for you.
Okay.
This is Shani Denise. She says, "What is so significant about 3 a.m.? I'm always on time like clockwork, and 6 p.m. always catches my attention." So you think about that. Everybody else will think about it later, but let's finish with Amy before we move forward. Okay, so for Amy for 2018, I would say one of the things that she most definitely needs to do is to stand more in her power. Stop trying to give it away, stop trying to depend on other people, and take it back.
Yeah, there's some self-healing needs to be done there. Looking at, her past patterns and behaviors and identifying them and moving into a new cycle for herself and a new way of thinking about herself, and in turn that will bring her life back into balance.
And I do hear that she needs tiger's eye.
I got wands.
Hey.
Yay, go see Barry.
Yeah.
LucidVision.net.
All right. So, moving forward, guys.
Oosh.
Moving forward with Serafice.
Yes.
John Reddy just probably muted yourself or something. Go ahead, Sarah.
Yeah, something's going on over there. So, what was the woman's name again?
Her name was Shani Denise.
Shani. And she's waking up at 3 a.m.
Yep.
And then she's
15 p.m.
attracted to 6:15. So what's coming up for me with the 3 a.m. is I believe that in Chinese medicine, each of the organs has a time, and I think that's, for some reason, that's coming up to me around the liver, which is also about expelling. right? So how we process and expel. I think, and okay, so 6:15, I feel like she needs to take action on something. She's blocking herself, and the blockage is waking her up, and that she needs to take action on this issue. And I don't mean that in a physical sense, like she needs to go to a doctor and have her liver checked. I mean that there's something in her life that she hasn't been acting on her own inner instincts of what she needs to do to resolve it. So it's waking her up.
So I'm going to jump in there for you, Serafice. You mentioned the Chinese medicine. I wanted to look up the body clock for you.
Yeah?
The lungs.
The lungs.
So 3 to 5 a.m.
Because that's grief. Yeah.
But also, you are correct because 1 to 3 a.m. is the liver.
Okay.
So it's between the liver and the lungs,
right,
in that range there.
But again, it's that feeling of what she's processing and what she's like holding on to and not letting to release and to go.
So
Right, but the liver also holds on to anger and resentment as well. So there's something else that she needs to release.
right. So at 3 a.m. in the morning, who is trying to work with her to better herself?
Her guides.
Yeah,
The guides are her.
She's waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning because her guides are trying to help her release. And the issue is a health issue, okay, regarding her liver not releasing, letting go. I think the liver helps to filter out. So that's the warning. You know, her guides are trying to help her. The 6:13 time, if you do the numerology on that, you'll see. Barry?
Yes?
Could you please do the numerology for 6:15?
For 6:15?
Yes.
It's a 12-3.
So, you know, it's her guides trying to help her filter through some of this anger, but she's not listening.
Does she? I'm curious to know if she has stomach pain, because I'm getting the solar plexus, a lot of pain around there.
So one of you type in the feed and ask her if she's having pain in her second and third chakra.
So while we're figuring out the numerology, can I get Debbie and John to just start thinking about the next person?
Okay.
Again, this is one that just completely caught me. And, you know, going into 2018, I really like to sometimes give people a little bit more hope. So I have Carol Marie, who says, our family is hanging on by a thread. Will 2018 bring us any financial relief? Second job for me. We are nearly homeless, the latter of 2017. Emotionally, I am a mess trying to keep positive for my children. So you guys ponder that. Let's get back to the numerology.
Okay, so when I do number readings, I do it a little bit different. I don't do it specific to numerology. So a lot of people will know about numerology and be like, this is not what that means. So, for example, one is normally like leadership. In my readings, it comes up as a new beginning or a new start. So she may be pondering something new right now, and that's why the 1 is coming up in the center. The 6 for me in these readings talk about a journey, what direction she's going and where she wants to go. And then the 5 talks about a change, something that she wants to change. So the way I look at this is a new journey and a change. So she wants to change something in her life, and adding this together being a 12, we're talking about herself. 3s for me talk about herself and balance. So she's looking to make changes in her life in the direction she's going when it comes to herself as an individual.
And I also think she needs to feel stronger about trusting in her intuitions and her instincts. She's being told what she needs to do. She's not believing that that's what she needs to do. So
that would be the journey aspect.
So Michelle, you type to her in the feed and ask her what to do. And while that's going on, Barry, I know you probably have it on hand. Could you please post in the feed how people can take advantage of receiving $25 to speak to you guys? Because, you know, just by signing and registering with BestPsychicSource, you receive $5 credit. And then if you text to Now Open, you will receive an additional $20. You guys out there in the feed, you have $25 and you have access to speak to these lovely people and then some. And
Do we have the number offhand, guys?
I do not have the number offhand.
Anybody?
I do. Hold on. I have it in my thing. I can copy
So
it.
if you guys can post it in the feed, and if not, I will look it up, because you should. And I don't have the access because I was heavy advertising. But if you guys, when people come into your room, you want to give them that information and let them know that they get $5 off just from signing up. They get $5 credit for signing up. And then if you text, you receive a $20 credit. So you have $25 off the back that you can call in. We're not calling. You can go on to BestPsychicSource.com and receive a reading with these guys and others. What I find is, and I will always express what's frustrating to me, what I find is that people, we talk about these millennial children. We are millennial adults. We want everything to be given to us. We want it right now. We want it to be given. And people say, well, I couldn't register for the page because the link wouldn't work. Well, if the link doesn't work, you would Google it, right? Mm-hmm. That's just me. So if you hit a link and it doesn't work, you would take the next step. But we're so done for us. We don't take ability or take anything for our life. So I always have to say to people, look at your life. Look at it. There are things you're not doing. And again, there are a lot of people out here with problems. If you go to the feed, there's 63 to 100 people signed on right now, and they all have issues. Okay, and they have issues that helped, but they don't want to take that extra step to have them helped. And that is mind-boggling to me. And for all the people in the audience, if you don't agree, always tell me why you don't agree. You are asking, and aside for our show, because we're giving you something, but when I go on free eye readings and free this and free that, there are so many people that haven't posted, is someone drawn to me? You're asking someone to help you with something so intense in your life. Should I leave this man? Should I stay with this man? Why is my wife beating me? Whatever the case is, you don't want to take the extra effort to get help. You'd rather be in this place and talk to your friends and get bad advice. So I want you guys to remind people when you get off the line tonight, if you're drawn to someone in the feed that you can help, go through the feed and say, I can help you. Meet me on Best Psychic Source at this time. Do you want help with this? Meet me at this time. And if you don't meet them at that time, not you guys, but if that person doesn't take the step to meet you at that time, what else can we do? Because you can bring a horse to water, but I cannot make him drink it. Mm-hmm. And that is what I found all this New Year's. It's like I go somewhere and people will have barrage of questions and this, that, and the other. And this weekend, it's just, well, this is going on, that's going on. Do something about it.
John's on fire over there.
I'm putting out clearing energy. It's all good. It's love. It's flight. Did you see? I got the candle, but it's too hot, so I was holding out while I was on fire.
John is clearing energy over there. We're going to let John jump a little. So let's clear some energy and then get back into it. Come on, John.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we do that, I did find it here. It's text now open to 267-214-0355. So I'm writing that on the board back here so people can see it.
Post it in the feed also?
Yeah, I will also.
Okay, so while John is drumming, I want you, my readers, to enjoy the drumming, but I want you to go through the John is drumming, you guys are working. Come on, John, let's drum. You guys are in the feed.
Okay. That should do it. Or we could do the whole merengue or thing, like. Get Festivus New Year's. Hey! Dilly dilly!
So, Debbie, do you
Yes.
have the response for the question that was asked?
Yes. Can you please tell me their first name one more time?
No, I can't because I scrolled past
I
it.
think it was Christina Marie. So it was something like that. I'm so sorry. But I did get an answer for you, and your prayers are being answered as we speak. They hear you. They hear your prayers. God and the angels are working to help manifest what you're asking for. And it may not come in the way that you're thinking it's going to come, but you will get some relief this year. Like I said, it may not be the way you think it's going to come, but it will come. So just keep having faith that it is coming, okay?
Okay. It was Carol Marie.
Thank you.
That's
Carol,
it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Carol Marie.
So this is the thing, sometimes with our faith, you know, sometimes we want things right away and we have to give time for things to be worked on. And sometimes that is not always a good thing. So I have a question that's, you know, I have a client that has a shadow man that comes to her in her dreams. And this shadow man plants her head in the sand, and she is grateful because it's not as painful as it could be. So what should she do about this shadow man that comes to her in her dreams?
Multi-layered. She's got to start with cutting ties, because it feels like there is a connection to this that she's welcoming on some level. And so she needs to cut ties and decide that it is not in her best interest to continue to interact with this being in this way.
In her dreams, that's correct.
Yeah, and she needs to do what she can to clear and claim her space with crystals, with saging. She can use drumming. She can use Reiki. There's a lot of different techniques that she can do to claim her space. This is her space, and she should be able to rest in peace.
Does she
Serafice,
have
I feel like
interaction with them? Sorry, John, go ahead.
I'm sorry, everyone's talking at once.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No, I feel like there's a connection that she has that is not intentional. I think it's something that she had kind of let go of, but there's needs to be a cord cutting ceremony.
Well, I feel like there needs to be an intention of stopping the connection. Yes, some kind of cord cutting ceremony or ritual needs to take place, because it's not necessarily a conscious connection that she's holding, but there
Right.
is some part of her that is holding on to this interaction that she needs to be able to let go of.
Yeah, and sometimes that can be evident without us even thinking about it.
Right.
It can be through emails, or it can be through texting or phones, or even the contact information of that person that's still on our phone. So I would suggest that she takes a look in meditation of who did she let go of in the past that she hasn't fully cut that cord with.
I also think there needs to be an acknowledgement that, because it feels almost like that there's let's see, how do I want to put this? The connection is special because it's unusual, and it's important for her to recognize that there is capacity within her to make healthier connections and receive healthier interactions.
Yeah, totally.
What'd you say, Marjorie?
She needs boundaries.
Yes, yes. That's always what we need, boundaries.
I totally agree with you completely, but yeah, boundaries.
Hold on, guys. I am going to give Evie the next question, and then we can finish up with this person. Evie, I have a Angenetta farmer who says, I had an experience this morning where a loved one attempted to come to me and speak and love me. But I jumped. He told me not to do that, and he loved me. I wonder what his message is I have an idea that it is a really, really close friend of mine, but not a family member. I could be wrong, just looking for some clarity. So if you could work on that, and then we'll finish, and then we'll finish with everybody, this last person.
Can I ask one thing, and it can just end up in the feed?
Yes.
I keep smelling lilac, like so strong, it's like bugging the heck out of me. So anybody that's in our feed that wrote, if they're looking for a loved one that loves lilac, they're here. So just throwing that out there if anybody wants to write in the feed and let me know.
Now, could you type that in the feed, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
I think some people are also asking about what the usual cost is for a reading. So can everyone let them know what your price is on Best Psychic Source?
So I'm going to do this. Evie, I'm going to ask you to drum for a few seconds. I'm going to say this again because sometimes I have to repeat myself, but it's okay because I'm hungry. All right. While Evie's drumming, John. Thank you.
Sorry.
While you guys are drumming, while Evie is drumming, I need you guys to go through the feed and actually type in the feed and help. Let them know where to meet you and how you can help. But there are people asking if we do service people in Europe and how much readings cost. And I will say, just in general, you know, Michelle will type our prices in for me and Michelle. But if you guys can type your prices in, that would be great. And where to meet you, you have to make contact with your clients because Michelle and I can't keep up with the feed. And I know we like to laugh and joke between ourselves. But if you go through the feed, you'll see there's some serious things out there that you guys need to reach that person and say, meet me here, meet me there. Okay? So I want to see you guys typing, please. Evie, you can type later, but right now I need them to type, okay? Thank you, love.
So one of the things I'm getting for her is that she needs to trust who came to her. She's doubting. She's got to stop doubting. So she knows who it is. She knows the answer. She's just, she wants us to like say something different. Like she doesn't need our confirmation. She knows exactly who it is. One of the other things that she can do to contact this person who is with her, who's getting her attention is, I know a lot of times people do this, and you can actually, if you're just, one of the ways that you can meditate and contact with spirit is through just closing your eyes and just letting the pen free itself and write and see what winds up coming up and see what messages they're giving you. That could be additional. I know some people are very visual learners or kinesthetics to learn things. And I think for her, I just keep seeing pictures that this person did some type of art. So she needs to channel that and see what winds up coming up doing that.
Fabulous. Thank you, Evie. And yeah, if you don't mind doing a quick drum for us.
So we
You got it.
Really drumming. And while Evie's drumming, I want to see my little awesome readers out there. Matthew Thomas is out there also, even though he's not on screen. I want to see you guys typing because people are asking questions about you. All right, Evie. Yay! Okay, what are you guys sensing out there as far as the crowd?
A lot of neediness. a lot of people are seeking help, and you can head over to BestPsychicSource.com and actually get a full reading.
Yeah, and we're giving you money to do that. So, you know, you're receiving a discount to do that. So I'm asking you guys to go to BPS and register and to move forward, because Barry's right, there's a lot of issues out there. And I know we like to have fun and we like to joke. It's just some of, you know, the issues today are really, really touching. And again, you can take the horse to the water, but I cannot make you drink it. I'm offering you money to help yourself. You have to take the step from there.
There's also a lot of people asking about past loved ones, and there's a lot of mediumship readings that need to be done. So Serafice, Marjorie, Evie, get to them.
And the bird. And the bird, yes.
Debbie, a lot of times, like Serafice said, sometimes people need to be spiritually coached. If you guys have a lost one and you need a spiritual coach, you can call our mediums, but you can also talk to Debbie, who's a, you know, ordained chaplain. So, you know, there are things that you guys can help you. Is that Paco or Pico?
Pico, yeah. He had to get in on it. And he's outside of his cage.
I can only encourage you guys to move forward in that way. So I'm going to ask Marjorie, my dear Marjorie, can I have a card today?
I can't hear you. I hear Barry's typing.
Sorry.
But Barry's afraid to mute himself because of what happened last time.
Yeah, see, last time I muted myself, and someone didn't know how to unmute me, so I had to leave.
I have my professional here today, so I can unmute you today, okay? Got my girl here. So can I have a card, please, Marjorie?
Yes, you may.
And before that, I want to say Serafice, Debbie, Barry, Evie, John, thank you for always being there when I tell her the moon is falling. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This was fun.
Knows this is a super moon that we are going under right now, and a super moon, what that means is that it's this is one of the moons that is the closest to the Earth. Now, there's only 3 super moons this year. The next one is at the end of the month. There's 2 moons in this month. The next one is a super blue lunar eclipse moon. So it's a super powerful moon at the end of the month. Yes. Going on to Marjorie.
Okay. I decided to pull from the angel deck, and I got 4 of water. I love it. It's so pretty, too. But what it's saying is that something is right before you, right in front of your eyes, and you're just kind of blind eye to it. And the possibility is right there, right in your grasp, and you're denying it, and you're blocking it yourself, and you know you do that. That It's right there. You're being distracted. You're emotionally trapped in a situation, and you need to open and be open to it.
Who's this for?
The new year.
Oh, for the new year.
Did you say boy? Who's this boy?
No.
I'm like, what?
You're going to miss the opportunity that's before you. You're closing your eyes. You're shutting yourself off to an opportunity that is coming.
Well, when it gets here, then I'll take it, but it's not here yet.
Coming.
When it gets here, I'm going to jump in the middle.
You're gonna jump. Remember that 3 months I said?
But when it gets, as soon as it gets here, I'm going to jump on the train, okay?
But it's right here. It's very soon. It's coming sooner than you think.
Okay. So as soon as it gets
So
here.
keep your eyes open. All right.
So usually we like to close the show with a word of gratitude, but I think that since this is
but since it is my shiny, one more thing. I'm sorry. Just one more quick thing. Can I get a rune, Debbie?
Sure.
And then we can leave.
Okay, so while Debbie is pulling Max's rune, what I want everybody to think about is what is one word of positivity that you want to wish for everybody going into 2008? What is one word that you want to put out there for everybody? So you guys think about that, and we'll let Debbie pull her rune.
And everybody in the what is your word of gratitude too? The people in the theater joining in. What is your word of gratitude?
I have more than one word. Be a work in progress, not just for the 2018 resolution, but as your journey. Then you won't put pressure on yourself that you need to get it done in a certain time. You know, it needs to happen when you're ready, not, you know. And I have to say that, you know, a lot of times we have that control issue that, you know, we want to control everything and when we're going to get it, and it's up to them, but we have to do the work. And doing the work half-heartedly is going to wind up being temporary and not permanent. So we need to all of us, we're all works in progress, and that's what we need to strive for. And don't be so hard on yourself. Pick one thing that you want to work on, and then check, and then work on the next thing, because we're always going to be challenged with different things. So we just need to be ready for that.
Okay, Maximus.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so your rune, interestingly enough, is, I think this is close to what I told you the last time that I did a rune reading for you. And it's called Standstill. It's very difficult to see on camera. I'm holding it up the best I can. But what it is, it means to go within and withdraw and to release the old and be patient. Your favorite word, be patient. And stop pushing for the outcome. As Marjorie said, they don't come in 3 months. So just chill out. Slow your roll.
This is my thing.
Which symbol is it?
It was standstill. It was a single line there.
This is what
Isa?
One second, Hood.
Yes, Isa.
So sometimes you have different readers, okay? And you have readers that so now I'm going to call on Barry and Michelle, because I just want to show people stuff, because this is something that me and Michelle talked about a little while ago, how people have different things. Now, where I am now, I'm supposed to be, Isa is telling me to be patient and go within, okay? Now, on this side, this is my left side, I'm being patient, which is right, because Michelle said I need to be in a place of being. So you are absolutely right, okay? On my right side.
Thank you, Barry.
Which is Marjorie. Barry, I'm not with you yet. Just 1 second.
That was Debbie, okay.
So Marjorie.
That was Debbie.
That I'm not looking at something that's coming from me. So I'm staying still to wait to jump for something. Michelle and Barry, pull this together, because that's what people need to do when you have readings from readings. You put pull things together. So Barry and Michelle, pull both of their readings together and tell me what your thoughts are. I'll start with you, Barry, and then I'll go with my partner in crime.
What about me? What am I
You guys
doing?
are both right. Bill said that I'm leaning to my left because I'm trying to figure something out in spirit, and which is right. And I need to be in my left side, which Debbie said, you're in this place of a standstill, which I'm standing, waiting to jump. So what do you guys, put this in for me, you two?
Max, you know better than this.
More of not being at a standstill, but not being too. What's the word I want to use? Not being too anxious, not being too like forward with what you want. You need to take a step back and view it from a distance.
Michelle?
You just have so many different pressures on you that you try very hard to push forward to understand things that you can't understand. And so what the two girls are saying, Max, is that, yes, as I said to you before, you need to be present. You need, as Barry said, to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. But sometimes, Max, you like to continue to push forward because you have visions of bigger and grand, and that's what you see, and that's what you know you can manifest, so you pull forward trying to push to that. But it's right now, you just need to take, as everybody's saying, the step back. You need to take a breath, and you need to look at the bigger picture, so that, I don't want to say that, not take a look at the bigger picture of like your visions, just take a look at the bigger picture of your life so that you can navigate yourself forward a little more clearly.
So there you go. In one side of my life, I have to stay still. In the other side of my life, I have to move forward. And so when you're out there in the world getting a reading, you might get a reading from two different readers, and you'll say, what the hell am I doing? Am I moving forward or staying still? That was my point. It's like when we're out there getting readings from different people, we don't know how to navigate ourselves. Now, both persons are right, because on my spiritual side, I need to move forward. And on my physical side, I need to be. And somewhere I need to find a way to tie those two things in together. I need to be still, like she says, and I need to jump forward, like Marjorie says. So I'm being still and jumping at the same time. I'm the jumping.
There's still, you still can't, it's not saying to sit still and do nothing. No. You're still supposed to be, there's still action involved, but you're not supposed to be pushing forward and pushing the issue.
And don't let your emotions distract you. The things that you do for everybody else, it's time for you.
Okay. So,
all right.
Let's move forward for our word for the year.
Can I respectfully interject with my sister?
No, John, you can't.
No, no, this is no joking around. I'm dead serious. Max, you know our culture. You know our ways. Mm-hmm. Go back to the center of the wheel.
And see, there lies the problem. I'm always going to be at the center of the wheel, a place of doing nothing, a place of serenity. So I'm going to respond to spirit at all times. But sometimes on the left is one thing and on the right is the other. Do I listen to the spirit or do I listen to the world?
But if you know this, Max, that if you go back to the center of the spirit wheel, you will gain the balance in which direction to go from there.
And that's where I'm at. But it's just allowing people to understand what the difference with a reading is. And that's the thing. It's like, yes, I could do like Margie said and focus on myself and not help other people. I could do that. I could.
There's no reason you can't. There's that balance. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I could. You know. But then where would we be?
All right. You know what? I'll stalk you later.
What is your word for gratitude? What is your word for gratitude today? And Evie, even though you're not saying anything, I hear you. I totally. I know what she said. Well, because Evie is like my sort of like my protector. Okay, so put down that I'm okay. Evie's like my protector.
Can I interject something here? A message that's been coming through for Michelle. Yes, Jared, you are really, really super fertile. Maybe not at this particular moment, but at this particular time. So be very thoughtful in the ways that you create.
Okay. Well, thank you. Not pregnancy-wise, because you gotta have some.
Well, I think there's going to be some of that coming for you too.
There's some opportunities coming.
Yeah, yeah. This next year, someone's going to be
coming,
walking their way.
Wait, I missed something. What happened?
The word of gratitude is what? Serafice, what's your word of gratitude?
Connectivity.
Huh.
I think it's somebody in somebody's room. You guys got people in your rooms.
Yeah, I keep hearing that ding.
Barry, what's your word of gratitude?
The word for 2018 for me has been values. So the values that we put on other people and the values that we put onto our lives in general.
Okay, John, what is your word?
Destiny. You have a destiny for 2018. And if you want to discover it, I'll be more than willing to help you do that.
Debbie?
The word for me is union. Union with your higher self and getting back, just like Serafice said, to that connection with your higher self. That's what this year is about.
Marjorie?
Clarity. To have clarity of mind and know your purpose for the new year.
Barry, did you give yours? Reiki. Evie.
I say again, I can't have one word. Follow your spiritual path. Don't deny it. Don't question it.
So I'm gonna make mine a little longer. I keep a journal, like everybody should, and I love to review my journal at the end of the year. And I wrote my 2017 was for me to find strength. Strength was my word, so to say, for 2017. And I was so happy that I kept a journal and I was able to reflect because it was just such a beautiful progression. I'm getting emotional over myself.
Aww.
But it was just such a beautiful thing to watch myself gain the strength. And so my word for me and for everybody in 2018 is actually motivation. Motivation, you know, we sometimes allow things to slow us down. We allow Facebook, TV, different things to, you know, distract us. And so we all need to find motivation to do things better. And that's my word. And that's one of the words I want to put out there for everybody is to find motivation to make yourself better. Next.
I don't really have a word, believe it or not. I don't have a word.
Well, here's one for you guys. And this just goes for everybody, but it's also, it is mainly for Michelle and Max. I'm so grateful for you guys and Best Psychic Source in allowing me to become a part of your family, and I'm blessed. I could not ask for anything more.
I think that goes for all of us, John.
We love you all.
Thank you.
We're all going to end up crying before the end of the show.
All right, well, all right, then let me just put everybody back on course. Dilly dilly!
Dilly dilly!
Well, thank you everybody for coming and joining us. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And we are here every Monday at 5 o'clock. And we are also Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. on Blog Talk Radio.
And we are interviewing BPS readers on Wednesdays.
Okay, and one selfless plug, because Evie is here tonight with us. So tomorrow night on Raw Light, we're going to feature her beautiful husband Ron and Evie tomorrow night on Raw Light at 7 o'clock. I'm not going to tell you anymore. I'll be posting in the morning to let you guys know exactly what the topic is going to be. You're going to want to watch it. Don't miss it. Hope to see you there. Thank you so much.
A clever-minded person must have came up with such a fabulous idea.
Oh, gee, here we go. See?
In the center of her minister will creating for people must have idea to ask Ron, the awesome, lovely Ron.
Oh boy.
Since we're on that topic now, I have a show on Saturday called Christmas, and on Sundays I do my live psychic reading.
Excellent hair, okay? Well,
Awesome.
I think I'm interviewing Debbie this week, right, Deb?
Yes. I think we're doing it Friday, though.
Yes, it'll be me and Deb on Friday.
Cool beans.
And I'll be coming for you, Marjorie. I'm Barry Bing. I have to have Barry Bing back. So,
Okay.
Yeah, you muted me and stuff.
so we're going to pick it up with some drum and leader. Some awesome creative person, you know, with her badass self, you know, comes up with clever things. All right, Evie, take us home.
Drum it.
Drum it. Thank you. Thank you, dear Evie. Thank you. Thank you. See you all on the flip side and good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Joining us on this wild ride